my God, I can't give you a slight impression of Eartha Kitt coming out of Sierra Leone. I don't know, I'm not aware that I remind people of Eartha Kitt. I don't do anything. I just hear them say, "Do you remind me of Eartha Kitt?" I say, "Who?" I actually met her once, and I've heard, because people have been saying how much I reminded her of him. So I went to see her. A friend of mine was shooting, my husband actually, was the DP of her last film, Along Came Love, and I met her on set. I said, "Hi, Miss Kitt, it's so lovely to meet you. My name is Zainab Jah." And she said, "Oh, you're the one. I see, I've heard of you." And I went, "Oh my God, you have? Why, thank you."
My name is Jaka Soare.
My name is Zainab Jah.
My name is Kambi Gavesha.
My name is Dorcas Shomi.
My father is from Guinea and my mom is from France.
My dad is from Lagos, Nigeria, Lagos State.
From Nairobi, Kenya.
I'm from Sierra Leone in West Africa, Freetown. My parents are from Sierra Leone. I was born in London, but I spent my childhood in Sierra Leone. I went there when I was a baby and I lived there till I was 11 years old, and then I went back to London.
I've been living in the States since I was about 13, 14. I came here for high school, and when we left the continent, my family and I, we settled in the DC area. I came to New York to study drama, and then stayed, and I've been acting professionally since then.
I will be going to Guinea next Monday, and that will be my first time actually.
I really feel like I have found an amazing place to do amazing work. It's such, like the Classical Theater of Harlem is such an amazing theater company that is really highlighting so many things from people all over throughout the African diaspora. So it's been amazing, and then to layer that with doing classical text, it's really a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise that I was able to be a part of this, so I'm really, really grateful.
We have a lot of guidance from our director, who has his idea, his concept, his passion is to make the play relevant to the community we're performing in. Having grown up in Freetown, raised by my grandmother, she taught English literature and played music. And so I grew up reading the classics anyway. She taught me this love of words. So one of the first books I read was like The Merchant of Venice. I think I was 8 years old. I'm not sure I thoroughly understood everything, but I got the idea of the story.
It's really amazing, you know, because a lot of the characters that were created in the show are so organic. Characters, you know, you see them every day in your neighborhood, and one of the things that I think is so special about Harlem.
The part that I think I relate to on my African side, I play Lady Capulet, and we are from the West Indies. And so being a child, a first-generation child here in the U.S., and coming from a family who's not from America, immigrant family, I relate to this idea of struggle and these ideas of cultures having the same values, but not necessarily knowing how to communicate with one another to make those differences and understand and respect those and be able to live and coexist in a very in a state of calm. And so because of misunderstandings and miscommunication, you have a lot of struggle happening there. So I can definitely identify with that. I started acting in middle school, and then I did it in college. I majored in it. I did my MFA in acting, so I've been doing it for a very long time, and then now I do it professionally as my career full-time.
Harlem is such a melting pot of people from all over the diaspora, from, you know, every part of Africa. I mean, there's little Senegal over there, there's Cote d'Ivoire over there, there's the Caribbean over there, and you've got Brits, Indians, you've got everyone here. And so he wanted to set it in a community where everyone who comes to see it, who lives in this neighborhood, can relate to the story. And so it felt so natural for me to just, you know, it felt like it's a person you could see walking down the street.
I've been performing since I was 8 years old. My dad was in the business, so they literally threw me on stage. I started with all the classics in France, where I'm from. I grew up in Paris, so I started with Molière and Racine, and then I moved on to more contemporary theater. But I started dancing and singing as well, because I was in love with musicals. I got in love with musicals, so yeah, I've been doing that quite a while. Then I moved to Hong Kong and I worked in Asia for 4 years, and now I'm here in New York.
A lot of people think the Shakespearean language it's unusual to the ear because we don't speak that way anymore, that heightened way of speaking English. But you'll be surprised how accessible it is to everyone. I had people coming up to us every day and saying, it's amazing, I understood every single word for the first time. And I know, I've heard this play before, I've seen it. But for some reason, the way you guys are doing it, I don't know what you're doing, but I got every single word. I'm hearing it for the first time. And it's making so much sense. And we haven't changed anything. It's just the way we are. I don't know whether it's the way we're communicating the ideas of the play. So it's not so much about the language, but the story and the idea. Once you're really clear about what you're trying to say and trying to tell people and communicate, it's amazing how, I mean, children get it. Little 6-year-old girls got it. They'll say, and you said this and you said that. And I'm just like, wow, you got that. Did you understand everything? They said, yeah, completely. It's amazing. You think it would be intimidating, but it's not. It's actually a lot more accessible than you realize. I mean, especially coming from the colonies, as it were. We have that English in our DNA anyway, from generations of the Brits being there. Old English is the way our parents and our grandparents and great-grandparents speak. My name is Zainab Ja. I come off Freetown, Salone, West Africa. You are watching Zambezi Press. Affluence is power. That's what they talk. You get for Yeri, and then you get for can watch Romeo and Juliet in Harlem. And they play Sister Lawrence. Kusheo.